You are watching me either on LinkedIn Live or Twitch or YouTube or Facebook on Frank's World TV channel. And just wanted to say I hope everyone had a happy 4th of July weekend. Wasn't able to stream yesterday, and I decided to take the holiday off. Was thinking about attempting doing a live stream in a moving car as the passenger, of course, and just kind of seeing how that went. But decided against it as the kids were rather loud and rambunctious. So I am want to talk about some books. Summer is traditionally a reading time, and the advantage of books is that they do not require social interaction. You can safely social distance while reading some books. Here's a good one. SQL Server 2019 revealed. I did mention this because Andy and I had the author on the podcast as a guest, Bob Ward. Really good look at kind of some of the features that you find in in SQL Server 2019, not to be confused with SQL Azure. All right, another book that I found very insightful. I like Machine Learning Pocket Reference. And it's just kind of obviously as a bias towards Python because it says working with structured data in Python, and kind of talks about some of the algorithms, and specifically, this is great if you're just starting out and you just kind of want a pocket reference. It's just also great if you're an expert and been doing this for a while and you just kind of want to be like, somebody mentioned XGBoost, or, you know, what's the precision recall curve, that sort of thing. You know, you can just kind of look it up. Let's see what's else in my bag of tricks. Come on. I have a stack of books here, and it's not cooperating. Another one is, if you want to get into reinforcement learning, is Foundations of Deep Reinforcement Learning. And bear with me. Sorry about that. Really good stuff. Now, this is not a technical book, but I do recommend it just the same. All right, everything's kind of falling down on me here. This is a classic. It's the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. And as you can see, I've bookmarked quite a number of things in here. Fun fact, I had this book with me while I was living in Germany, and I was in a hotel somewhere, Holiday Inn, somewhere in the south of France, and I used that as a bookmark because I thought it was a particularly fascinating chapter. But what's interesting is that this is very popular in a lot of circles, this book. 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, he brings this up quite a bit, and that comes up a lot. It's an interesting book. It kind of, what I really like about it is the author is very well versed in history, not just kind of recent history, but I mean classical history. He'll give stories from ancient China, ancient Greece, fascinating stuff. A lot of stuff in here that is, I would say, ethically questionable. But he's not saying that you should do those things. He's just saying like, hey, you should be aware that these things can be done. Let's see, what else do I have? I don't have any other books here. Whoops. But those are the three books that are kind of on my shelf, literally next to my desk in my home office. And just figured I'd do a quick live stream, talk about some stuff that I saw. I've had a chance to really get into Cosmos DB lately, and I really like it. It's definitely something that I want to go really deep on. had a kind of a customer demo, and I was playing around with it, and I was like, I should really spend some time in this part of the Azure world, because obviously I'm a data and AI architect, and to be honest, mostly I focused on the AI, right? The stuff that's in this book, or the other scary math stuff that's in here, but there's a whole world of data. And let me tell you, a lot of the unicorn chasing kind of things are for data scientists. But let me tell you, realistically, data engineers run the world. And it's the AI engineers that get a lot of the attention. But I think it's important to be to have an understanding of both, and have an appreciation of both the AI engineering aspect, but also the data engineering, right? Because you have to get the data from point A to point B in order to do any kind of meaningful analysis and create a model onto it. Another thing that's piquing my curiosity of late is Docker. Docker is definitely something that I think data scientists should have a solid understanding of, just simply because as AI becomes more and more part and parcel of the enterprise, you're going to need to know. Dang it, I didn't update the titles. Sorry. Sorry about that. Oh, good Lord. I wonder what the titles are for this. So I'll have to go back and fix that, or maybe just delete this live stream altogether and start over with some fancier graphics and stuff. But anyway, totally lost my train of thought. I need more coffee. Who out there likes coffee? Do you like coffee? I love coffee. So we had a couple of interesting things happen recently, and I might talk about that later, because I'm totally botching this. It's okay. I'll look back at this and think, ooh, that's cringeworthy. So usually I start off with kind of an idea I want to talk about, but I didn't talk about the books long enough. And all right. So with that, the other thing I saw was the data point on it, where I was at Walmart and I saw a robot going up and down the aisles, and I was fascinated by it. So I kind of walked up to it, looked around it. There's signs like "Do not interfere" with it and stuff like that, but didn't get shot by the lasers on the robot. But also was interesting was I found out what it does. It's a robot that basically scans the shelves and looks to see if stuff needs to be restocked. So with that, I have to jump because I'm getting some rather urgent messages. But you have